I'm real big on my time.
Oh, yeah.
Getting my rhythm and flow.
I like it.
Y'all are a great crowd, though, so I'm going to put on her 97 minutes, okay? No, I'm going to put on 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Let's try that out. Here we go. So make sure it all works. Does it all work? Yeah, it's working. Wait, what's kind of lagging? There we go. So, great to be here. It's amazing to be here today. Crazy that I left my wallet in Kansas City somewhere, so if you're trying to sell anything, I buy with ambition. I buy with hope. I really am. I really did. I was supposed to bring white coats out and those kind of things. I'm like, oh my, left my stash in here. My whole thing was the thing, but I'm so blessed to be here with y'all. That's the thing. 5S LLC, LLC part. Scientists seeking strategic, sustainable solutions. Scientists seeking strategic, sustainable solutions. Scientists seeking strategic, sustainable solutions. Scientists seeking
strategic, sustainable solutions.
One time. Scientists seeking
strategic, sustainable solutions.
That's what it's about. That's how we get there. And you buy in, and you know that it's not about, because I'm a big fan of this term called we over me. It's not about me. It's about we. And the we is why you see the S right there and the S right there. Because we need solutions. We need scientists at every level. Believe me. Every level. And so now, about the company, what do we do? So, and I always say we, even though it's only about 4 of us when it's all said and done, 3 really. Okay, so we do advocacy. We find ways through research, quantitative, qualitative, and going in and say what's happening here, what's there, and we figure it out. I've helped with a senior citizen home who needed help with their parking. We're going to need help with their flow of traffic to help bring down staph infections and all different kind of ways of just making sure that we can see a better way for this right here. Gracing with her age. Place in place of black in Kansas City. There's a crunch on black STEM professionals in certain markets, and we just leave out. We quiet, quit, and just step away. But you understand all that academic capital of getting a bachelor's, a master's, even a doctorate, and all these things, but then you burn out when you're 50. That's lost. And we have to make sure we can keep that in the workforce and become a life force. And so also regional conference workshops. I've traveled to St. Louis, to Dallas. I'm from Dallas, Texas originally, and I've been in these places to sell science, make science more tangible, more touching. And so science literacy and advisory. And so working with this thing called the 4 Ps. How do we see life with a different perspective of power, privilege, persecuted, and prevented, and then putting a science lens on it? When we choose this street versus this street being a train track versus not a train track, who's being empowered, who's being prevented? And taking that lens and saying, how can we understand what's the best metric that produces the best outcome for us all? And so using that science again. In that stuff, on my full-time job, I'm a tenured chemistry professor. This is not on. I think it's not on. It's not on.
Well, it's on. It goes to the Facebook Live.
Oh, okay. Oh, I apologize, Facebook Live. Okay. And so,
they said they can hear you.
oh, yeah. And so KC Biotechnology, read over grants. Read over a grant for a $51 million grant that was brought in. I read over those and read over more. Want to bring science to more cities like Western Missouri, like St. Joseph. Okay, so looking at grants, but looking at small nonprofits and saying, how can I help you write for a $20,000 community garden? And those things, it starts at that level. Trust me, that science is embedded at the most kindergarten levels. And now, in the middle, science literacy, we have a program called Cool Kids Chemistry. And them kids are really cool. I'm telling you, they're in kindergarten, learning 20 bones of the body, okay, 5 tendons, and so many organs at the kindergarten level. Then in 5th grade, they're doing organic reactions. But not just doing that, they're also learning social, emotional learning about how we approach science. Because chemistry, is all about bonding. And life is all about bonding and partying with barrel jeans on. I need me a pair of barrel jeans. Okay, now, so that's what it's about. So just showing how the ionic bond is a transaction of electrons versus a covalent bond being a true bond. That's a covalent bond being transformational. So how you can be transactional, get a reaction, but also transformational in the same process. And the students their minds just goes crazy. And that's some of the students right there. That's what Harvard Christian School brought me in on Thursday. We increased their grades by 30% in 1 year. The state tested by 30%. I only had 14. Proof of concept is forming with that. We're going back for another contract. They already want me in for a full year. I said, full year? Can you do some nothing? And they said, a full year. And we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Science is seeking strategic, sustainable solutions. Keynote speaking has been blessed to speak in front of 2 audiences and would love to one day speak in front of the school district also. I'll take it. And share it out, please. So now, move a little faster. It's other ways of doing it, being paid for the honorarium, helping scientists get honorariums. I promoted 2 scientists to speak also, and they get paid, and my percentage is like 0 for that. I go out and make sure I want to bring them in. So we over me. And then also community health research. Self-efficacy. Every living thing in the world has some form of self-efficacy. Maybe science. My PhD work is in chemistry self-efficacy. Maybe economic self-efficacy to say, I can achieve this because of these things, and what are my roadblocks versus my accelerators. So self-efficacy research being done right now with the Urban Institute out of Washington, D.C. with the Kaufman Foundation soon also. Now, more science literature. Wrote a textbook. I wrote a college chemistry textbook. It sounds pretty decent. I'm being more college, but it sounds pretty good. People love it. I took allied health chemistry from a 24-chapter book to about a 13-chapter book. And why does that matter? Because of self-efficacy. I have students who show up and they're 52 years old. And they say, I got divorced and I'm happy. I said, good job. And I want to go become a nurse. And they're intimidated. Just even sign up for the class. The intimidation of saying, yes, I can. And just a book can scare someone off. Or the book price. I brought my book price down by half about writing my own book. By half. I love my own profits on purpose. I'll say it on camera. The company was mad at me. McGraw said, hey, you can't do that. I'm like, I can make $6 a book and I'm fine. If it will bring more students in my room. For the first time ever, I have every class I teach of chemistry filled to the brain. It's working. It's working. And I'm trying to empower more people to write their own textbooks also. And so I'm working with them also through Great River Learning, up 29 some more. Excuse me, that's false. Up 35 in Dubuque, Iowa. Partner with them. Once again, science is seeking strategic, sustainable solutions. Bringing the cost down, bringing the stress down, lowering, being barricade busters. So minimum reach to a council. I'm going to do community action with them. Uh-oh. You have time?
No.
No, okay, yes. And so now, consequence analysis. And now, why am I here? The wow factor. I want to see more of that. Who doesn't want to see more of that? Who doesn't want to see a child that's just that enamored and fun and having somebody who's a student who's now a PT student at UMKC and me saying, yes, you can, with a chemical bottle that they're not scared of. We've lowered that barricade. We removed that fear. Because the wow, once you have that, ain't no going back. Okay? And so now, 1 minute left. And so, now, also, it's things such as that wow exists for them, but there's a town in Missouri called Sugar Creek. Have you ever heard of it? Yes. They were pretty much started by a chemical company called Standard Oil. And all that breaks through, I won't go bad on because I don't know who you're here from Sugar Creek. But they made some bad decisions in life due to science. They just fought a bill, well, not bill, but a chance to sell their water company because the cost versus having it versus not having it due to the issues from a long time ago affecting a lot of things. That's science. Water pressure, chemicals, fluorine, no fluorine, I'll leave that alone. Okay? That's science, that's chemistry. So now, that gets me. That number right there means they're right there. That's the state of Missouri. This is overall, we see that difference. Okay? English language learners, African American, Latino, challenge, IEP, and as we all know, anyone can have an IEP. It's an individual education program. Okay? They're challenged in science because they're looked over too many times. They're left behind, and we cannot leave a generation behind in science. I refuse to see it. And so I'm going to work to bring that down by 1 point per year. I'm going to go over the whole state of Missouri. It's like crazy, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And lift this right here, bring this up by about 1 point a year also, making these higher by 1 point a year, and move that number, and this will be down here one day, and we'll be up there. So overall, this will be way lower in the teens. That's the goal by 2030. Yeah, I'm crazy. I don't mind. And so now, so what the issues are, so a small market, I have to reach the nonprofits more, school districts, charter schools, organizations. I'm looking for foundations to do more work with, on the ground level work. My percentage will be so small, it'll be 10% of like $10,000. It's about putting the people, empowering the people. We'll figure the money out later on. Empower the people. And so researchers, those kind of things. Now, this right here started as a very small company. Look at that number now. They have degrees, master's degrees in Kansas City. They film, they are the, before TikTok, they were the TikTok of science. Right there in Kansas City, Missouri. People don't even know about this place. And they're doing some. Acellus, that building you see right by the airport? Yes, real deal. Yes, a smaller thing, but still STEM. And then here we go, just having fun, mad science in Great Kansas City. $250,000 revenue. It's happening. So here we go. Now, where we at? First year, right now, projection right there with the advocacy. That's writing more speaking engagements, those things right there. Advisory is rising up to about 3,000 when it's all said and done. I'll be on different councils and get people on the things also, and then they put back in the pot also. So that's like they're rising through engagements. Over here, science literacy. That's where the 68% of the income is cool kids chemistry, and it's a beautiful thing. And those students are growing. We have more contracts in the pot. Boys and Girls Club. Want to meet that need right there for them when school's out. Group called the Upper Room KC to slow down the summer brain drain. Summer brain drain has effect. Trust me, it adds up. By 8th grade, they've lost a year of school. And that year of school may shift them in what they believe they can be. The self-efficacy is lower over the summer brain drain for years and summers and summers and summers and summers. So trying to help that process out. Maybe form of being on a farm or making a garden or doing a kit. So anyway, that's what there are a lot of stuff in that plate right there. But overall, getting bigger, getting better. Websites launched already, making it stronger, making it where you can input things in. We have a chemical box that we sell, that we give away our first year to schools to reduce that brain drain. And then a student will do work, sign a waiver, and then upload their work and be recognized as a cool kid chemist. And those kind of things right there. Research retainer. I need engineers. And so I'm willing to pay $250 a month, up to $500 a month for about 6 months for them to just read RFPs. Read RFP, get a feel for it, but like, hey, it's not really my gig, or it is my gig, let's apply for it. Reading RFPs, twice a week max. Research retainer. Those research, I've posted 5 times in the past of my own work, from tuberculosis work and all that kind of stuff. but they're trying to publish more in this lane. So that costs funds also. And then donations, I give back. I have community training built into my invoice. My scope of work says I'm going to be giving back 10% through an employee through a program that's trying to get some more things going, buying kits for kids. And so here we go. I'm trying to do it right here. Those things right there are my goals. And I need to get better at master service agreements. Some things are confusing. I need to get better at those right there. So I'm trying to get better at that. I just entered one last month, and we're working and we figured it out. You know, it's like a strong dating relationship. We're dating heavy. Okay? And so I can't cheat on the date, I guess. Whatever. So those things right there. And part-time employee will be here January 1st with income, and then in July 1st, hopefully, through a next level starter grant. Brought in $2,500 for a small Kiva fund loan, 0% loan. Just kind of get the name out there. That worked well. Made $2,500 into $3,700 in 40 days. Simple as that. Money works. When the money comes in, it gets put back out. So that's right there. Thanks. So, questions, please. Come on. I apologize for that, y'all. For that anyway. I apologize. Yes, right here.
So your passion for science is undeniable.
Humans first.
So,
Yes.
how did you go about having this passion, and then turn it into like financing, like making money off of your passion?
Well, what you find out is those scientists who are like really quiet and just go do things and just right here, they have a lot of money being made. They just don't talk about it. And so through grant writing and through those kind of things, the grant from my school is $400,000 for MCC. And they pay me like $6 off of it, so it's fine. Anyway, so I'm just saying, so you learn that there's this ecosystem, and it's not really talked about. And so I'm different. And so my job is we over me. We over me. And so I want to spread the message about science and its power, because it's used in different ways. Sugar Creek is an example of how it was used to disenfranchise some people and to empower them, lose a lawsuit, you can Google it, okay, lose a lawsuit, big lawsuit, and just go say, okay, I'll make $1 billion somewhere else. And that's still with that situation. So yes, so seeing that, but also was early on, my first job was a grant job I wrote back in 2004. I was so crazy, somebody had threw a piece of paper in the trash. I picked it out of the trash and said, what is this? And said, I just, $25,000, go do some research. Yeah, okay. So picked it up, I wrote up in old school, y'all, word processor, all that. Sent it to National, Bethesda, Maryland. They sent me a letter back saying, when can you start? Okay, so that's how it kind of. Yes, sir.
Cool Kids Chemistry.
Yes, Cool Kids Chemistry.
So where is that program? I have a granddaughter in Kansas City.
Okay.
So where are you doing that?
So the past summer we did it with a KCPS and a summer school program. We was at the Harvard Christian School. I'm evolving into doing it with the Girl Scouts. We're going to do a trial run with the Girl Scouts in October, and then we're going to do one more trial run with Girl Scouts, and then Jack and Jill. And so doing with that, it hasn't been a full program. It's not a long program yet, but based in a setting already. But the goal is to move it towards a Parks and Rec Center song, and then through the boxes and experiences. So yes, right now in parks and in school systems and with certain organizations. Yes, thank you for the question. Yes. Hey, you're cool kids, Kimmy. Yes, you are. Yes.
Is there an age limit for Cool Kids Club Day?
Oh, it is. Oh, believe me, it's not. Believe me, it's not. We're gonna have a senior program one day. Not yet. Yes. As of right now, targeting 5-year-old to about 14 or 16. I got one 16-year-old, and he's a community trainee. Pay him $20 an hour, and then that boy works. Okay. Yes. Thank you for the question. What's your age?
I'm 11.
11. Ready for school?
Yeah.
5th grade, 6th grade?
6th.
6th grade, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
So do you do anything virtually online? Are you doing videos? Your personality is so engaging.
Yeah, just saying it.
On all
And so when I do I pay keep it off early on purpose. I don't have to. I got 19 months, but I have revenue coming in, so just pay it off. I'm gonna go for 17,005. That will then launch the online presence. I have a website already now, but the online presence. And so then I will have to do the TikTok. But it's so funny because somebody told me back in 2009 to be on YouTube, and I said, nobody watches that stuff. Oh my, not sustainable at all, I swear to God. Oh my God, it just kills me. But let's leave that case aside. Yes, more questions, please. One more, please.
Well, I think the motivation for you to be online
Yes.
so is you could reach more kids.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, think about trying to reach her. She's not going to be in downtown Kansas City or any of that. So how could you get her excited? You know, so being online is your motivation to reach outer levels.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that. One more question, please. I need one more question. Yes, thank you so much, sir.
I'm happen to be a scientist like you.
Yeah, yes.
And I'm based here in St. Joe. I'm linked to a community. We have a community garden, everything that you spoke about. And I have a community of kids that need to be introduced to this.
Yes.
But I don't have the connection like you do.
Okay.
So now I think we're going to have to talk.
Yes, yes.
Number one.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
But, and the other thing is that you're going to have to come back and speak to our community at some point.
Oh, yes.
And like she said, if you do the video, that might, break the ice so that you can introduce you into.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything y'all say is so true. I'm telling you, it's just this weird thing called marriage. I got engaged, and I'm a full-time professor, and I need more people like right here. Great student, y'all. Great student. And yes, everybody need more scientists. But yes, it will be me at the front, and they'll bring the whole army behind you. Because the warrior doesn't fight for what's in front of him. He fights for what's behind him. And these great minds in the room, and these great kids we see in the room, is what's behind us. We gotta fight for them. Yes. Thank you. Ooh, brother.